Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today let's see Zoom app related settings like how to set up virtual background, how to set up profile pics, etc. So in my previous video I have mentioned about details about setting up, scheduling and attending Zoom meeting. So in this video I'll be specifically talking about the settings that Zoom app have. Come on guys, let's go to the video. So first option, let's see how to create a profile picture for your Zoom meetings. So this is very important when you attend a large group of meetings. So there are people who don't wish to be on the video call. So in that case, when you are part of some meetings, you just see the names listed there instead of showing anything there. So better that the host, like when the host is has scheduled a meeting with large number of participants, it will be good for the host to see at least your picture there instead of names. So in that, if you have a good profile picture of yourself, so it will be good that everyone else also knows that who has joined really. So for that purpose, we it is at least required to create a profile picture instead of displaying your name. So how we create? So go to the settings in the app. So in the settings app, you see the name first on the top. So here my name is listed here, so you need to click on that. So it goes to the next page here. So here you see the first option, profile photo. So in the profile photo, so whenever I log in or attend any meeting, so my profile picture will be, when I'm on not on video, my name will be listed there. So I don't want to list my name, so I just want to make sure that my photo is listed. So what I do is I select that, click on that. So there are two options here: either take a photo and create that as profile picture, or just you can choose a photo from existing gallery. So if you have any good photos there, you can select it. So I'll choose the second option, choose. So I go to the gallery. So gallery, I have a good photo here, so I select that photo. I can resize the photo accordingly, so I can resize and save the photo. So this is how the photo is showed. So this is how your profile picture is created. So if you see now, it's replaced by the profile picture. So this profile picture is shown across the meetings whenever you join. So if you see against my name, so this is my profile picture attached to the name. So next very important setting is adding your name in the meeting. So when you join the meeting, make sure you enter your name when joining a meeting, so that it is very helpful for the meeting organizer or the host to know who are participating. It is mainly for the attendance purpose. When if you are not able to join video, they at least know who has joined. So most of the time what happens is they keep a default name that is created, like the mobile name is displayed. So this is very tough time when there is online classes going on. So when you see these days, most of the schools are conducting online classes. So for that, if you see, like, lot of students join with mobile names like Samsung, Redmi Note. So those names are displayed, and the teacher feels it very hard to find who is join the meeting. So first thing, whenever you join a meeting, make sure it's a best practice, I would say, to just type in your name and join a meeting. So here is how you do. So if you see, your name is listed here, so you can go and edit it. So it's not needed that every time the same person joins. So if you are joining, if you have brothers, sisters are joining in a different meeting, so they can just go and edit the meeting name here, as I am editing here. So every time when you join a meeting, make sure you join with a proper name. So this is what is the purpose of adding the profile picture. So when you are in a meeting, you can see the profile picture that I've created. So this is helpful for the host and the participants to know who has joined the meeting. So with the face, they will come to know who is no. So a lot of time there is no profile picture added, just the name is displayed. So that makes it difficult to identify who has joined the meeting. So next important feature is like mute and unmute all options. The host has the privilege to mute and unmute all. So when there is a bigger meeting, so the host doesn't want all to speak, so there will be a question and answer section at the last during end of the meeting, so that they can unmute all and they will ask all to ask questions. So, and this is a challenge when the teachers are conducting online classes, the students just try to unmute and keep continuously talking on the asking so many questions, so that creates a lot of disturbance. So in order to avoid that, the teacher has the option to go and do a setting here. So let me show the setting here. So go to the more option, meeting setting here. So when you go to the meeting setting, you have this option called unmute themselves option. So this, when you turn it off, the participants cannot so this is what, so I turned this off. So when we turn this off, the participant cannot mute in between the meeting and ask questions. So this is what the option displayed to the user, to the participants when they try to unmute. So this will say the host is not allowing participant to unmute themselves. So you cannot do unmute and talk. So only at the end of the meeting, the host will allow you to unmute and talk. So let's go back here. So you go here, select the participant list, and there's a mute all button here. So click it. So you'll have a pop-up showing mute all option. So allow participant to unmute themselves. You click this and mute all, so that the um, participant cannot mute and talk in between. So I have muted all, so that I can continue the meeting. So once the meeting is done and I have meeting is done, the participant can just jump in and ask questions. So this is the benefit of muting and unmuting all feature. When there is unmute all option to the host, so in case you have any queries in between, you have the option to raise your hands and ask questions. So this is the participant screen. So when you go to the more, you see a raise hand option. So when you click that, your hand is shown as raised in the meeting screen like this. So this is shown to the participant when, and the host can see this as with the name. They will say, okay, some person is asking with the name, wants to ask question, and we can unmute. So that case they can unmute and allow you to speak. So this is the benefit there. So once you're done with the asking question, you can go back and do a lower the hand option. So you have to uh, click the options again here, and you have sorry, let me go back here. So you have the lower hand option. So once you're done with the question, you can lower the hand, so that your the hand mark goes away, raise hand marks goes away, and you're done with that. So this is another feature of raising your hand and lowering your hand in between the meeting as a participant. Next feature is setting the virtual background. So this is only possible in iPhones and in the desktop application, not allowed in the Android application. So if you have a laptop, you can download the Zoom app here. So through that you can go and you have this option in the settings. So let's click on the settings here. So when I click on the settings, I can go to the virtual background option here. So the virtual background options, when I click that, it opens up, gives me a lot of options here. So there are default options here. So the virtual background given by Zoom, there are default pictures here which you can add on the fly to change your background. So this background is useful when you are attending a meeting and you are at home and you don't want to show that messy room at your background. So if you keep this kind of backgrounds, it will be very decent when you're attending a video call. So this is what is about virtual background. So you can also select, if you don't want to have these pictures, you can go and select add your own image at the backgrounds. You can have some sceneries that you already stored in your computer, so that you can keep it as a virtual background. So I have some other pictures here which I want to select and add it as a virtual background. So this background will be displayed to all the users when you select and add. So this is dynamic and you can change it anytime. So if you wish to change another meeting also, you can change it every time. So you can keep a lot of pictures here and you can keep changing it here. So once you change, so this is what will be displayed here. The top one, you see the virtual background. So in case you switch on the video, this picture will be displayed at the background, so it will not show the messy. So here you can see the background room here. So if you don't want to show that, you can show this background. So this is the benefit of creating the virtual background here. Let's see how to change the virtual background for iPhone users. As I said that the feature is available for iPhone users. So when you're in a call also you can do that. So this is the background curtain that is displayed, that I don't want to show it all to the all attending the meeting. So I can go ahead here and select the virtual background option. So there are default options available with iPhone users, and you have the plus button here. Once you click that plus button, you can go to the gallery and also select whatever pictures you have in the gallery and change it on the fly, so that the messy background is not displayed to the users. So this is one of the best feature available for the iPhone users. This is how the virtual background changes when you're in meeting. So you don't want to show the background and the meeting is ongoing, and you can change it on the fly like this. So you can change it different backgrounds when you're on the meeting. So this is what we were doing in the iPhone, so that has changed the background when we are in the meeting. So this is the virtual background feature of Zoom app. Other features are like you can see the list of participants when you click on the participant button here, and you can also chat with the entire group, or you have the option to chat with specific person also. When you're in a bigger call, you can just post your message, so you can see if you know the person who can give you answer, you can just select the name here. When you select everyone, you list all the name here, so you can just post it the question directly to them, or you can say everyone, so that anyone from the meeting can give you answer while a meeting is going on. And you also see the record option. So this, when you see this record button, you can start the recording. So before recording, you need to seek the permission from the host, and you need to make sure that everybody in the participants also know that you are going to record a meeting. So this, when you click on the record, the message will be played to all the participant and even the host that your meeting is getting recorded, so that everybody will know that the meeting is getting recorded. So some of the trainings can be recorded here by with this option, and so that you can use it for reference later. So these are all the few features, specific features that are like very beneficial to the users, host and the participants, that can be utilized during the meeting or before the meetings that needs to be set. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video. In case you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer the comments, and please do subscribe for more videos.